of a Four Seasons loft. In Austin, I stall, pause. My eyes crawl to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Though dice and woes of life, love deprived, looking to revive. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise, crystal chandeliers, focus reflected. Often mirrors appear clear, running from ear to ear. Craving and raving and rain, rekindle the flame. Closer she draws near, stay there. Remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you can see.
Yes, it is. Truth is what you can see. I want to thank everybody for joining me today on the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. I didn't even say my name today. It's been one of those weeks, all week long, but I've gotten past it. We're almost there. And, of course, this is Thunder Thursdays, where we're going to talk about the Thunder. But, of course, college football starts tonight, so we're going to talk about that. And you don't know where we're at. I guess those of you who follow the show know where I'm at. And normally I am here on Tuesdays, but today I'm here on a Thursday with my guy, Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com. What's up, my brother?
Pistols firing, man.
Pistols are firing, but
I've done a wardrobe change. We've switched out the red for the black.
Well, too bad you're not here with me. I'm at Georgia's Happy Hog, 712 Culbertson Drive, just east of Lincoln, south of the Capitol and north of OU Medical Center, directly across from the Harn Homestead, right there off Lincoln. And if you want to call for any catering, it's 405-525-8111. Of course, they're open from 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday. So I've already got my food in, Drew. I'm full. I'm ready to get the show going.
Taco salad and a couple cocktails at Louis.
Yeah, how was Louis? As good as always?
We got the band back together. We're all good now.
Did y'all go? Y'all went to the one in Yukon? Is that where you went?
Yeah. The old watering hole.
Did you have a steak? Since that's the only Louis I know that has steak.
I did not. I had the taco salad, no onions, and a nice smooth cold bill.
Okay, well, I had because it's not Friday. Tuesdays and Fridays they have mac and cheese. So today I had hot links, smoked bologna, potato salad, and some greens. And the greens were off the chain as usual.
All you need some Detroit Lions football and a nap.
Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions.
You got a Thanksgiving meal right there.
Oh, my God. Who is that? But I do have on my orange and black today, wearing my Kobe orange and black hat, and, of course, my Oklahoma State basketball polo.
Yep. Got my Ricky Fowler Puma Carson Creek edition polo on.
Nice. What a great course that is.
Yeah,
Speaking of courses. Oh, brutal. By the way,
how do we get on there? I got one guy to get us on, but it'd be a little expensive.
Well, I can get on there. I'm not worried about that. We'll get on there if that's where you want.
That's what I'm talking about. Pull some strings.
I can get us hooked up on that. I'm supposed to be doing a celebrity golf foursome with a guy who's a huge OSU basketball fan. So I'm going to do him a favor, and then when I do him a favor, I'm going to say, hey, I need you to get me and one other guy on to play. So I'll do a favor for him.
Anytime.
I'll do that. So, by the way, how about Serena last night? Did you watch it? Oh, my God, bro.
Crazy. Yeah, I just saw it. Speaking of Serena, that's funny because I was going to say something about that. I was just looking at ESPN. So after the first round, she's like
41
15-5. Second round's like 14-1. Third round's like 30-1. So basically, She wins
No. Drew.
third round match, pretty much wins the tournament.
She's 61. She's 41-0 in first and second round matches.
Yeah.
At the U.S.
41-0.
Yeah, at the U.S. Open.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
But I don't want to hear no nonsense about her being the greatest athlete ever.
No, she's the greatest. She's the greatest tennis player.
Woman, she's the greatest female athlete ever.
Well, okay, I'll probably
put her in. Top 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah, I'll give her that. But they say, oh, she's the greatest tennis player of all time. Women's tennis player.
Yes.
Women's tennis player, not the greatest tennis player, not the greatest athlete. Women's athlete, maybe. Women's tennis player, yes. Greatest over men, no. No, you can't.
Is she better than who am I thinking of on the tennis side?
Sampras. You can go. My deal is dang man, I messed up my remote camera.
What's her name?
You talking about now? She just beat the number 2.
No,
but
in the past, in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, you talking about Martina Navratilova? Martina Navratilova.
Yeah. Is she better than Martina?
That would be a great match. That would be a great match. Because Martina comes to the net, putting pressure on her, and Serena's forehand. Man, that would be good. That would be good. Them in their prime against each other. But Martina had a time beating Chrissy Everett, who was just at the baseline, but she was so great at passing shots and so precision. Yeah. I don't know. She does have 23 majors, Drew, and she did play into her 40s. So, one behind Margaret Court when Margaret Court wasn't playing anybody. There was nobody basically but her back then. There was no competition, which is a lot of people say about Jack Nicklaus in golf. I said, dude, he had competition. I said, he had competition.
I would disagree with Jack Nicholson didn't play.
No. I said no. That's what I was saying. I was telling them that. Okay, so he played arguably against one of the greatest golfers ever, who has 12 majors in Arnold Palmer. Then Ben Hogan was on the end. I said, dude, shut up. Tom Watson. I said, I said, dude, shut up. You're high. Lee Trevino. I said every one of his peers had at least 6 majors. 5 to 6 majors.
What's the British guy? And you had Fuzzy Zeller and the British guy, Fred Couples. All those guys were coming up. Freddy's what, 55 now?
Yeah. 57? Well, I don't get Fuzzy. I won't put Fuzzy Zeller in that with them.
I won't either because he's a racist, but I just.
Not even that. He's a good golfer, but he's not in their class. As far as majors. As far as majors, yes. As far as majors, he's not in their class. But
what about? Then you had what's the Spanish guy was in there too?
God, Seve.
Was it
Seve Ballesteros. Seve Ballesteros.
I want to hear about no competition.
No. That's what I was telling. It was a deal we were having at the barbershop. It was kind of, I was like, man, they were trying to. That was the whole thing. They were talking about Larry Bird. It was all these white dudes not playing. Tiger was, trying to jump up the black athlete. I said, now Tiger played against more competition, but not better.
Sure.
He played against more. Yeah. There was more people who could play. Yes. But competition-wise, no. That's BS. I said, I'm sorry. I can't give it to you on that. Like Larry Bird, I said, dude, he's the only guy I know that, like I told him, I said, he's the only guy I know that goes up to an all-black team and says, y'all don't deserve my right. I'm just going to give you my left for 25. Come on, man. Nobody does that. Free throws left.
Hey, I want to go for 48. Scores 48.
Yeah, him and Jordan are the only 2 guys I know could go, you know what? I'm 50, 45, 40. They're the only guys who can just tell.
What's that story where he tells when he plays against the Hawks that night and he tells Dominique he's going to go for 48 points and he gets 48 in the third quarter?
48. Dude, he went for 60 on him. Remember, he went for 60 on him?
Yeah.
And the guys on the baseline are just falling down on the sides and going, oh, my God. Yeah, they all got fined. So, but anyway, I was just laughing at that. I'm like, you guys, man, sometimes these young kids, man, I'm like, bro, you have no benefit of any past whatsoever. You don't study your history. You just go by what you see today.
They think old boy from Duke was, he is a good shooter, but he ain't Larry Bird.
Oh, J.J. Redick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. He ain't even
I mean,
Steph Curry.
Bird's 6'9", and busts your ass from anywhere on the floor right when he walks in the building.
Hey, and then also he ain't Steph Curry either.
No, he's not.
He ain't Steph.
Not even close.
So, Bird and Steph to me are right there together as the greatest shooters.
I throw Reggie in there too.
Reggie, I throw Pistol Pete in there. I'll throw what's our guy's name that had the all-time 3 record? Ray Allen.
Ray
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
I'll throw him in there. So I mean, I go on and on and on. But Serena, definitely the greatest tennis player. But how about everybody being there last night, Drew? Did you even watch it?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I was watching it.
Matt, I'm going to preface this by saying I was in the middle of my NFL draft. So I did watch it, though.
You watched clips of it. Yeah. But, I mean, Tiger was there.
It's tough not to watch her, and that's Kurt. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I agree. She looked pretty good, didn't she? And then, I was sitting there looking. I was like, man, that outfit she had, it was absolutely incredible. So,
yeah, it was.
Oh man, wow. Wow. I wish I hadn't read that.
What happened? What happened? Hello? You there?
Yeah, I just wish I hadn't read that.
What's going on?
I'll tell you off air, man.
All right.
I wish I hadn't read that right now. Wow.
Just take a break. I gotta run in and grab my daughter. Take a break.
No, I can't take a break. I'm gonna do the show. You can grab her. I'll go ahead and finish up, man.
I'll just put you on pause here, and
All right, go ahead.
I'll mute it out, and I'm gonna go read it and grab little Pistol Pete's helper in here.
Okay. All right, bro. Sorry about that, everybody. I wasn't ready for that text. I just read. Anyway, back to Serena. Everybody was there last night. Spike Lee was there. Tiger was there. Dionne Warwick was there. Seal was there. I believe anybody, if you're in New York, you were not going to miss Serena last night because going against the number 2 ranked tennis player in the world, everybody thought that it may be her last match, and it looked pretty bad for the first deal. She came back. She was up 5-4 with the serve, got broken, ended up winning 7-6 in the first set. Come back, get smashed in the second set, and it was almost like she goes, "Okay, I'm down. I'm gonna win, but I'm gonna conserve my energy because the third set is what matters." Had a chance to go up 3-0, up 40 love, and give away the game, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's over. She's done." And then she comes back, breaks her, goes up 3-1, and it basically was over at that point. So you never give up on a champion. You never give up on a champion. And, man, this is going to be a tough show to do. But so anyway, let's get into – sorry, everybody. I'm struggling right now. I apologize. Hopefully I'm just going to say my sister, I just got found out my sister's getting taken off a ventilator. And my brother got stage 4, so he's going to be done. One of my best friends has stage 4 in Dallas. It's just not going to be a good month. Not going to be a good week. This has not been a good week for me. It started out terrible, started out great, and then it ended up just going downhill. And anyway, so I'm going to get through the show because this is what I'm doing and this is what I need to do. So I'm going to get through this show. In Thunder news, the Thunder have 13 back-to-back games this year. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, my God. 13 back-to-back games. I mean, seriously. I mean, because when you look at it, and Drew and I, we kind of went over it uh, a little bit earlier. The fact that October 22nd and 23rd, we play at the Nuggets, and then T Wolves at home, which I think that we can split that because I believe the playing in Oklahoma City at Paycom is one of the toughest places to play when it's full. And I hope that people will come and give support for the Thunder again and get us rolling because we have a young team. And the thing that helps young team is a crowd. And I think if people will just come and support the Thunder, I think that that will help immensely as far as getting our crowd in there. Then November 13th and 14th, we play at the Knicks at MSG, which I think that we can get the Knicks. You never know what kind of team they're going to have and what kind of mental state that they will be in because it's the Knicks. Kind of like Derek Jeter said, it's the Mets. So it's the Knicks. Then they turn around and play at the Celtics. I think we can split that. So just on those back to backs, I think we'll go 2-2 if we can. Then the next back to back we have is November 25th and 26th, and that's the Bulls and then at the Rockets. So we play the Bulls tough at home for whatever reason. We match up well, I think, with the Bulls. So I think that could be something good for the Thunder. I think we can get away with a W. We should have beat them last year. And if our center could rebound, which I think we should have Jay Williams or Jay Will from Arkansas is really the only true center we have. I think that he would make a huge difference for us this year in the middle. If he's in there rebounding, we ain't got to worry about somebody getting a rebound over him. That's not going to happen. So I'm excited about that and watching him play and the development that he will show throughout this year, as well as we come back and we play the Rockets at Houston. So November 25th and the 26th, and we play at the Rockets. I think we can get them there. They're young and they're dynamic, but I think with SGA, they don't have an answer for him. He can pretty much do it. Him and Josh, they don't really have an answer for that. So if we can just get some guys to knock down some shots, I think we'll be fine there. Then you have the T-Wolves and the Grizzlies back-to-back home games. The T-Wolves, we don't match up well with them at all for whatever reason, but we are playing at home. We will have the crowd, I'm hoping. And then the Grizzlies are the same way. We match up well with the Grizzlies. We played them really well except for their one beatdown of us by, 152 to 97 or 87 or something stupid that they killed us, and then we came back and beat them. So I think that could be 2 wins back to back there. I'll probably be at both of those games because those are 2 games that I'm definitely going to want to see, and I will be supporting the T-Wolves and the Grizzlies. And then, of course, January 3rd and 4th, the Celtics home, and then at the Magic. So that at the Magic is not the game that it was going to be. Since Chet is not out, Chet is out now, that's not going to be the game that it normally would have been. Chet versus Banchero is not going to be the same type of hype that it normally would have been playing at Orlando, but it's January 3rd and 4th, so the Thunder will probably be happy to be able to go down there and get some warm weather. Then the 22nd and 23rd, we play at the Sixers and at the Bulls. I think that's 2 L's. I don't know how well we will play on the road back-to-back, especially against the Sixers and the Bulls. Being a young team, that would be our what? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth back-to-back at that point. It will depend on who they want to play, who is going to sit, what the rotation is at that point. But I would just kind of go, Sixers, Bulls, the chances of winning those are going to be pretty slim. But I am looking forward to the matchup between Jay Will and Embiid. I think he's athletic enough to give Embiid all he wants, but there's no stopping the big fella. I think he can do. He does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything with him. Golden State at Golden State, and then of course at the Lakers, and back-to-back nights. Man, that's probably 2 L's. The hardest thing about back-to-backs is when you're a young team is being able to get up for that second game. And I don't know how well we'll be able to pull that off, especially going at Golden State and then turn around and playing at the Lakers. I think those are tough. Those are 4 tough. Well, actually, it's going to be 6 because February 23rd, 2 weeks later, we have the Jazz and the Suns after the All-Star break. So, but to play the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers right before the All-Star break, back-to-back, going from Phoenix to L.A., that's going to be a tough one for a young Thunder team to be able to pull off. I think that's just going to be tough for us. Then, of course, the 23rd and 24th, we are at Utah, and then back to Phoenix. So that right there, when I'm looking at the Phoenix, or excuse me, not to Phoenix, we're going to go to State, which is California, my bad. Sorry, my mind is kind of all over the place right now at the moment. But anyway, when you're looking at it, you got at Utah and at the Jazz. So at Utah, we may be able to slide by and get one there, but turn around and having to play right again back to Phoenix. I don't see how the Thunder are going to be able to get that done. We may be lucky enough to do that, but I just don't see how that can get done. February 28th and March the 3rd, the Kings versus at home with the Kings, and then at home with the Lakers. We can definitely get the Kings. We'd probably be able to get the Lakers because I don't know if LeBron, he doesn't hardly ever play in Oklahoma City. And remember, the last time that Anthony Davis and LeBron were both healthy, neither one of them played when they came to Oklahoma City. And I don't know what LeBron's problem is with OKC, but he does not like to come here and play. I just don't know what that situation or what the deal is with him, but he just doesn't like doing it, which is just crazy to me. But, you know, he is LeBron and he gets to decide on who he wants to play and who he does not want to play. So hopefully we can get 2 wins right there on the back-to-back games. Then we turn around on March 7th and 8th, nearing the end of the season, the last month of the season. We have the Golden State Warriors and the Suns at home. I don't like our chances in either one of those because I think at that point they're both trying to get playoff victories and trying to make sure that their seedings are correct. So they'll probably both be at full strength coming at us, and it'll depend on how well we've gelled as a team. And the beauty of the thing about it is we are at home, and that's going to dictate, I think, a lot of what happens with us as a team because, let me see, those games will be on, what is that, March 7th and 8th. So that'll be a Tuesday and a Wednesday night. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with this because it is during the week, and we tend to have bigger crowds on the weekend. So maybe by that time we are playing, and the young kids are doing pretty well right at that point. So hopefully we can get it. Then we turn around on March 11th and 12th at the Pelicans and at the Spurs. I think the Pelicans will be a tough get for us. The Spurs is just us and the Spurs have always just had a tough series playing against each other for whatever reason that is. It's just been tough, us going against each other. So I don't really know how you're going to call that. To me, we could easily split that, or we can easily go 0-2 on that. So it just kind of depends on who they're playing and what they're doing. March 23rd and 24th at the Clippers, at the Lake, both of them at the Crypt on back-to-back nights. Once again, that'll be late in the year. We'll probably lose both of those simply because I don't know who will be playing and what our record will be if we're trying to go ahead and get another lottery pick or not. That's what will depend there, as well as those last 2 games against the Hornets and the Pistons. Well, a lot of that will depend on where we are as a team, what we're looking for, and what Sam Presti is wanting to do as far as our scheduling and as far as what we plan on doing if we're in the lottery, if we're not. And like I said, losing Chet is a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing, better than it is a bad thing to me, because I think that it's going to give him a year to get a little stronger. Because I just, going from 30 games to 80 games, that's a lot of basketball, and his frame is just not big, and it's just going to be tough. He's going to be going against grown men, not against kids. He's going to get pushed around. So the one thing, like I said earlier, right after it happened, is one, it's going to help him get stronger. Two, he can sit on the sidelines and go, when SGA drives or Josh drives, oh, when they're doing that, I can do this, I can do that. It's going to give him a really good feel for where he could fit in with the offense when he comes back. So to me, I think that's a good sign on that part. Plus, it gives Jay Will, who would have not had a chance to play based on our rotation, probably, or not get as many minutes, and he's our one true center we have. Talk about the kid from Jalen Williams from Arkansas. I think that's going to give him a chance to play. I think it's going to give him a chance to really dominate, get some confidence, and when Chet comes back, you can easily stick Chet at the 4. At that point, easily you have Jay Will in the middle because he'll already have a year's experience. So I think in those two, in that aspect, it's really good for the Thunder, what they need to do for Chet's injury. So I don't think it's as bad as that. So I think that's kind of how we look at it. Is that my favorite? Is that my favorite with you, Drew? Who is that? Who is that my favorite?
That's Amelia.
Oh Lord. Oh, she's
Not
being
gonna say hi
nice.
now.
She's being shy. She don't want to beat me up now. I like that.
She's gonna
I
be
like
shy.
that.
Faithy will say hi. Though, won't you, Faith? Say hi.
Oh, they're both being
Oh,
shy.
they're both
Okay.
locked up.
Oh, I like that. So
Shade fry.
they can't beat me up when now. See, they normally are trying to kill me and beat me up when I'm at the house with them or at flips with them. But now, yeah.
I like the way you're coming around on Jay Will from Arkansas.
No,
I mean,
dude,
you
I've
go ahead and get on the bandwagon with me.
No, Drew, I've always liked him. I agreed with you from the very beginning. I mean, it's not that. It's just that based on what they have, how are they going to play him? And now, I think that with
Now
Chet,
that pick's looking pretty good now that Chet's going to sit out.
yep. I mean, like I said, it just gives Chet a chance to get stronger because he's going from 30 games to 82. That's a lot of games for his frame. It gives him a chance to get stronger, and it gives him a chance to put on a little weight if he can. But mainly of all, it gives him a chance to see where he fits in the offense, how SGA plays when he attacks the basket. This is what his tendencies are. Josh, this is what his tendencies are. So it gives him a chance to really do something. And Jay Will being the only true center that we have is going to help for next year. But you know one thing, Drew, though? I think what I did say is that with the Baisley experiment and Poku, you'll really know if you want to hold on to those guys now.
Right.
Because they did have an excuse with Chet being there, with Chet's taking the minutes and blah, blah, blah. Now what's going to be your excuse? How do you keep that guy? That's all I'm saying. Or he steps up and reaches the potential that they thought he was going to do, which I don't know. Then what do you do with the guy that we got 1,800 picks that we gave away for?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be tricky. They're gonna have to be shuffling the deck for sure.
Yeah, and so that. But okay, so we're gonna take.
You may not. Those guys. Some of those guys may not be on the team at the end of the year.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well,
they can make a big move at trade deadline and trade some of those picks for a couple players. You never. I mean, they've got enough wiggle room and picks and options that
Well, I think
if they can find the right fit.
I think Sam right now is just going to youth movement and just going to develop players. That's what it looks like that he's going to do. And I think, I got to give him credit for the J-Dub, the kid out of Santa Clara. He looks really good. So if he can fit in, then you've got
I want to see what he does against starters. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I want to see how he plays against the real deal and not the summer league guys.
But you know what, though, Drew? The thing I like about him, he's a grown man. He's not a kid. He's not. He's not a. You know what I'm saying? He's had years, and he's had 3 or 4 years, so he's a grown man. So I think that'll help him maturity wise when he's going against those first levels. It's kind of like the NFL coming up. I mean, you're going against the 2s and the 3s. That's totally different than going against the 1s. Total different thing. So, but I'm interested to see. I think both JW, and Jay Will, I think they're going to fit in nicely. And like I said, it may be a blessing in disguise for the Thunder because I mean, you get these guys going, man. Chet comes back a little bit stronger, a little bit, a little bit more weight on him. It really gives you a chance, especially you get another couple draft picks. What do we have? 4 in the first round next year? 3? Something stupid.
Yep. That's 4, I think.
Well, we gave up 1 or 2 for the kid in France, which I still don't. I still don't understand. I still don't understand
No,
that
I don't
to this day. 4 first round draft picks for a kid who may not get any time on the court. Are you kidding me? Wow. Now, to me,
either.
if that's a huge miss, if you miss that one, that's an expensive miss. It's different
Yeah.
than you
I
just
mean, you
having
get
one.
4 picks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's different than you missing. You getting a first round pick and you miss on the guy. You know what I'm saying? But when you give up 4 picks for a guy, first round picks for a guy, and a sex, so you basically give up 5 picks for somebody, that is a huge miss. That's a
Yep.
huge miss if
Especially
you miss on that.
know what kind of trade bait those picks are.
Yep. That one right there, I hope he saw it right. But from what we saw, you and I both saw in Summer League, we didn't see it. I didn't see 4 first round picks for that guy. That four first round picks is for LeBron or an AD or somebody like that, Steph. You know what I'm saying? Klay Thompson.
Yep.
Those are 4 first round picks, not to move up in the draft to get somebody. But we shall see if Sam Presti got it right. So with that, we're going to take a break, and we're here at Georgia's Happy Hog, and the reason why we're here is courtesy of YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, a member of the FDIC, and you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com if you want to get a house, a car, as Drew says, an RV, boat,
motorcycle,
golf cart,
Yeah.
house, buy a building, a commercial building,
rental
property, and they do it all. So that's www.ynbok.com. And then, of course, Collaborative Logic. If you have any IT needs, those are your people that you want to holler at. My boy Russell Willifort over there, and then Mark Long over at SRB. If you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, those guys are the people to call at Smith Roberts and Boschweiler. Then, of course, Jose Figueroa at Oak Grove Trucking and his dump truck. Max, and I saw Max Napier yesterday, as a matter of fact, the Cats, Drew. Max and Greg Napier Nafco, but I saw him last night, and it was a good thing, good time running into him and seeing him. So, okay, so we're going to jump into your segment, HuskerDrewPicks.com. How'd you do last night, by the way?
Oh, I'd split the board. It's like I said, it's a dog days of summer. It's no different in gambling either. Like I said, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I try to duck out on baseball this time of year just because it gets tough. But we got college football to fill the segment, and got some good games tonight.
Yes. Yes, we do. We're going to start out, though, with the baseball because that's where we're going to start out. That's what I have on there first. Is baseball is our first thing we got. You have the White Sox minus 195, Drew.
Yeah, White Sox are a nice little day game starter today.
Yeah, they are. Braves minus 385. You just love those Braves, don't you? I just lost Drew. He has the Braves at 385, minus 385. Of course, my Dodgers at 136. The Brewers and the D-backs are over 7.5. And then I just got some breaking news from my guy Randy Wright. The Cavs just traded for Donovan Mitchell. I'm looking at that going, wait, what? The Cavs traded for Donovan Mitchell? Oh my God, what a break that was for them. And let's see what's going on. I was looking that up. It's just not popped up on my ESPN thing, no. ESPN News. Let's see what's the NBA and the ESPN. My guy Randy Wright just sent that to me. I wonder what they got for him. I need Randy to send me some information on what they got. Hey, Drew. But anyway, so I'm interested to see. So Randy needs to send me some information on what they gave up to get Donovan, because that would be interesting to see. Didn't see that coming at all. But anyway, the Brewers and the Diamondbacks, over 7.5 is what Drew here has. And then, of course, we have a big thing in football. Are you there, Drew?
Yeah, I'm back. Are you
Okay.
back?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Hey, I just went over
So-
I said the Braves minus 385, the Dodgers 136, Brewers D-backs over 7.5, and then I was just stepping to football.
So the Braves really need to win. They got to keep track with the Mets, and they're throwing more tonight. I like the Dodgers against the Mets because now they're down into the Mets, the rest of their bullpen. And the White Sox are winning 3-1 right now in the bottom of the sixth. And the Brewers and the D-backs are into their third and fourth line rotation, so I like the over in that game. And what else did I miss one?
Nope, that was it. That was everything. And then now we're going to college football. We got OSU minus 21.5 tonight.
Yeah, love the Pokes tonight.
Dude, this weather, I know you said this weather's not going to rain there, man, but it's still raining in Oklahoma City and it's moving north.
Oh, man, don't Jesus.
No, well, I'm saying that's a good pick there at minus 21, though, because we can run the football, they can't.
That's what I like the under.
Yep, I like that. Okay, you got Purdue plus 3.5. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that line. Purdue's going to be good this year. Purdue's a sneaky team. They got a returning offensive line. The quarterback's back. That's a tough opener for Penn State to go up there and slug it out with Purdue on national television.
Yeah, we talked about that. How the Big Ten's big powers are playing each other, man. That's tough right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not playing UTEP or Farley Dickinson or somebody like that.
Yeah, like everybody else is pretty much. Then, of course, we'll be talking about the West Virginia game here in a minute. But West Virginia plus 7.5. You're picking the underdog. Yeah, against Pitt, since they're going to be playing at Pitt, right? Or they're playing at Pitt.
Pitt doesn't have an offensive coordinator anymore, who's at Nebraska, and their quarterback's at the Steelers. So I think it's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I agree with that. Now, you did something. Now, your parlay, your 14 parlay, which I guess that's what you're going to do every week, your 14 parlay.
Yeah, I'll give you 4 games, and we'll hook them all.
Yep, and you have the Braves, Ball State, Tennessee, under 66.5. You don't like Hypo? You don't think he can score?
Oh, I think that they'll probably score 45, but I don't know that Ball State's going to score much.
Yeah. And it's at Tennessee, and, Hypo's got that team rolling, doesn't he? I was worried if he was going to be able to do the job, but it seems like he's really stepped up, don't you think?
Oh, 100%. Like we talked yesterday, he got those guys going.
Yeah, he does.
That's a gold mine for recruiting down there. He'll do well.
Yep. Purdue is your other one.
Yeah.
Plus 145.
Yeah, so if you take Purdue in a parlay, it pays plus 145 on the money line.
Wow. And because you're taking them plus 3.5, right?
Yeah, so if you're going to take them at plus 3.5, you might as well throw them in a parlay, because most of the time the games, you get 3.5 points there, but if you win that game, you've probably got a pretty good chance to win the game too.
Yeah, you would think. Then, of course, Central Michigan and OSU, you're taking the under in that one.
Yeah, and I really, with the weather, it should be a slow track. OSU's probably going to try to run the ball quite a bit. So
yeah, because with our offense, we got most of our offensive line back, so I don't see how they're going to be able to stop us running the football. I really don't.
I don't either. And I'm worried about that under. Oklahoma State just goes crazy on the points, but I'm with you. Gennady has the proficient to put the young guys in and run the ball out in the second half. So with big games coming up early in the season, I don't look for him to try to get anybody injured.
Yeah, unlike Switcher, he does not care about the over under. He does not.
Yeah,
he does not care about the points. What was his winning percentage against the spread? 75% or something like
That's something
that.
crazy.
It was insane. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? 75% of the time you bet on OU, you won. That's insane under Switzer. You can't lose money, Drew. You know what I mean? If you're winning 75% of the time betting on the team, you're making a lot of money.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of money.
You get a chance, you should watch that Untold story on Donahue on the ref, NBA ref. That was fixing games.
Yes.
That's a crazy little deal about gambling. That'll tell you a lot about gambling and how it's done and how they bet point spreads. And that guy, they were all tied in with the Boston mob, and they were throwing millions of dollars overseas, and he was basically giving them picks off who the referees were, or if they had a beef against one of the players. Like there was a deal on there. They had Allen Iverson had pushed the ref, and they thought that he should have been suspended. So the next night, Donnie tells the mob to bet, millions of dollars against the Sixers, and they called like 3 travels on Iverson in the first 4 minutes of the game, and Iverson ended up fouling out. You're just like, man, there's some shady stuff going on out there.
Oh yeah. But when you got inside information like that, you already know. How can you not lose? That's the thing, man. How can you not lose in that situation? You know what I mean, Drew?
Yeah. So the games that they could prove that he had inside information on, he was 47-13.
What?
Yeah. 47-13 was his documented record on games that he gave them off.
Wow. They made a lot of money, Drew.
A lot.
47, and they're betting millions. They're not betting $100. They're betting millions.
Yeah, millions. And shuffling everything overseas.
Yes. So they can't get tracking because they know how to do that by now. So, okay. So now what we're going to do is, Drew, we're going to jump into what I think is interesting. We have, because OSU football game, we talked about that. What I want to do is a college football game schedules is what we're going to do, Drew. Did you see the thing where Randy sent us the deal? Where the Cavs were traded
we gotta
for
get
dollars.
Randy a nickname. Like ESPN has Bear that shines in with some stats. We gotta get Randy a good nickname, I don't know, we'll have to come up with something.
Yeah, here's the college games of the week, Drew. This is what we got. I'm gonna get your feel, and you can break down. The point spread if you want to, or whatever. Just give your opinion.
All right.
Okay, we've already talked about the Central Michigan at OSU. What do you like about UTEP at OU this weekend?
I like OU to throttle them. Just because my main reason is Venables needs to get the fans behind him. They get some excitement built up down there. They're going to try to run it up. They're going to try to get this Gabriel kid confidence because he's got 2 cream puffs before he goes to Lincoln.
Okay, they're getting 3 first-round picks and 2 pick swaps is what they're getting. The Utah Jazz are getting 4 Donovan Mitchell.
Seems like a pretty good deal for them.
To the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. The Cavaliers, we might have to go back and rethink those games we picked.
I know.
We may have to go back and rethink that, man. We may have to rethink that. But I agree with you on the OU deal. We need to give Randy the Unpopular Hour insider.
He could be like the professor or something like that coming in the back, the commander.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, the commander.
The Commodore. El Commodore.
The commander. He like, hey, inside we call it the Unpopular Hour's commander. Here's the commander's inside for I love it. But I agree with you. OU, Venables, they have to beat up on them to give the OU faithful something to get excited about and to change their mind. Now, number 11 at Georgia. Number 3, Georgia.
I think Georgia pounds them. Oregon not going to know what to do with Georgia's running game, defensive line, and just overall scheme. I don't know. I'm not a big believer in Oregon. I think they're a little overrated.
Me either, but Georgia they lost a lot, Drew. They lost their whole defensive line, some linebackers. What'd they lose? 7 first round.
Have the national championship hangover too, but I don't expect that to happen.
No, I think you're right about that. They'll get it done. Number 5 Notre Dame versus number 2 Ohio State at the shoe.
Give me Ohio State lay the 17. They're gonna pound Notre Dame.
Yeah, with the new coach. Well, even though he's their old defensive coordinator, new coach.
And that's the thing too is Ohio State. They always get knocked on their schedule, but the Big Ten's going to be all right this year. But they want to put no doubt if they happen to drop one to Michigan or Wisconsin or something like that, they're going to be able to show a top 5 win
against
by
Notre
double
Dame.
digits over Notre Dame.
Yep, at home too.
An important game. Yep.
And then of course Cincinnati, future Big 12 member versus the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Give me the Razorbacks and that running game and that quarterback play. I'll take the backs, and it's going to be lights out down in
Fayetteville,
down in Arkansas, in Little Rock.
Was it in Little Rock or was it in
Fayetteville?
Yeah, Fayetteville. The thing is too is that Arkansas, he's recruited well. I mean, he's got some players. He has got some players down there. They just need the time to develop.
I like Arkansas's quarterback. I like that wide receiver.
Yep.
They got a lot of speed on defense, and Fayetteville will be on fire.
It will be rocking. Then, of course, you got the West Virginia-Pittsburgh game like you talked about earlier.
Backyard brawl, a lot of points.
Yep, a lot of points. Then, of course, Rice versus SC. Now, the reason why I want to see that, I just want to
about that a little bit before. I look for SC to try to run it up.
Yeah, my thing with that game, the reason why I have it on here, I know the OU fans don't get mad at me, but I want to see what they're doing. I want to see what USC has. I want to see what they look like. Even though it's going to be the first game of the year, you're going to at least get a good look at Caleb Williams and what kind of offense they've got and what kind of receiver. You know what I'm saying? It's going to give you a good look at what they do. Now, defensively, I don't know if there's going to be any change because I don't know how he's going to change anything differently than he did when he was at OU.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to make any difference. I just really don't think it is. So, but we shall see how it works out. So, but anyway, brother, all right, I'm going to run. I've got to get to the gym. I've got some kids to train in an hour. My little ones, my little 6-year-olds, they'll be there chomping at the bit because I haven't seen them in a couple of weeks, so they'll be there to kick my butt. But anyway, let's go back over your picks real quick so we can get that done. Okay, Drew's got the White Sox minus 195, the Braves minus 385, the Dodgers minus boy, you got a lot of minuses there, bro. You minus. You're taking all the favorites. The Brewers and the D-backs over 7.5. Now, where is that? Is that in Arizona? I guess that's in Arizona. It might be some light air out there. I can see a lot of runs. Your Brewers, who knows which Brewers team's going to show up, though, Drew. So
I stopped taking point spreads with the Brewers.
Yeah, I mean, they're just – I don't know. That team is – how do you go from basically vying for first place right there in wild card position and then go, okay, let me trade my best pitcher?
Yeah.
What?
It didn't work out for either team, honestly.
No, it didn't. It really did for either one. Then I turn around, okay, you got OSU minus 21, Purdue plus 3.5, West Virginia plus 7.5. Man, that's still a lot of points, Drew. That's a lot of points, man.
A lot of points.
A lot of points. Then, of course, your 14 parlay. Now, tomorrow we come on, are you going to give us a different 14 parlay?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give one for the weekend. I'll be dialed in.
Okay. Then, of course, you got the Braves in your parlay. You have Purdue in your parlay since you have both of those in your picks. Then you took Ball State and Tennessee under 66. And then you and I have talked about OSU and Central Michigan. 57 points is a lot of damn points. That's a lot of points, especially for an opening.
That's on that track.
Yeah, I just don't. I agree with you. That's going to be probably a pretty good pick. I think so. I'm with you 100% on that. So, all right, brother. I appreciate y'all. I'll hook up with you tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate you.
That was my guy. All right, tell the kids hello for me. Tell them I can't believe they didn't say anything to me. Wow.
I know they got stage fright.
All right, brother. Appreciate you. Tell the missus hello. That was my guy.
Okay.
That was my guy Drew Henthorne of HuskerDrewPicks.com giving his stuff. And I want to say thank you for everybody for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour Thunder Thursdays, giving our Thunder report, and then thank my guys here at Georgia's Happy Hog for them to allowing us to come. And of course, this would all be not possible if it wasn't for my people and the people at YNB. If I can get our guys at YNB family owned and operated since 1912. The bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. So we want to thank them because if it wasn't for them, we would not be able to be coming to these remotes for minority, women, and black-owned businesses in Oklahoma City. That being said, thank you again for your support and watching the Unpopular Hour. I'm your host, Matt Clark. Everybody stay dry.